Hey guys, it's Pikapi and this is my video tutorial on how to make a bodysuit for a Unicorn Gundam cosplay, or any cosplay really. The first thing I did was draw a rough outline of how I thought the bodysuit shape would look like. This helped me to measure the right parts and then to be able to draw a sketch of it on scrap paper like that. I drew the front and the back ones and I was ready to start cutting. I then, leaving a 1 centimeter seam allowance, traced my patterns onto my fabric. I'm a little bit naughty because I don't pin my patterns down, but if you're doing this, I would highly suggest doing that so your patterns don't move on your fabric. I cut out various shapes that I had ready for my costume, including some on this mesh black knit stuff that I used for the center part of the cosplay. Then, using the paper pattern that I had from before, I traced out the details and cut them out in their respective detailed fabric color. I then went and sewed them using a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine. The zigzag stitch allows the cotton to stretch with the fabric, otherwise when you put the bodysuit on, all of your stitching would snap. That was the pink detailing. Woo! I then had some more dark blue detailing to do, so I did that in the same way. I pinned it down first, which I actually did with the pink stuff. Always pin your stuff, especially when working with stretch fabric. And then I used the zigzag stitch again. I then pinned the black mesh fabric to the front side of my bodysuit, and you can't actually see here, but I actually double layered the front side of the bodysuit so I could hide the mesh detailing on the inside. Lots and lots and lots of pins, pins all day for you and me, pins on pins on pins. I then cut out some pink square details for the back panel. I had 4 of those. I actually did measure things. I'm really bad at following through with my measurements. Sorry. Beep. I then pinned the square detailing to the back panel of the cosplay and sewed it on in the exact same way that I had done the front panels with the zigzag stitch. I added a little bit more detail with the grey fabric to the back panel, and these are the results. I then stitched my back panel to my front panel, and that sewed the whole cosplay together. Heading into spotlight. Where are my car keys? Because I need elastic. I need elastic to finish this bodysuit. Once I had my elastic, I zigzag stitched it to the inside of the leg, and then I rolled the stitch over and re-stitched it on the outside. That held the elastic on the inside, and it was covered by fabric, which looks quite neat. I then pinned the top edges of the bodysuit so I could roll hem those edges to tidy them up and leave them nice. Yeah, it's pretty edgy. This cosplay's pretty edgy, man. The pins are pretty edgy. It's an edgy cosplay. I then got a long strip of the same lycra, and I roll hem to the edges of that in order to attach straps to hold the whole bodysuit up. In order to attach the straps, I ran 1 zigzag on the top of the strap and 1 zigzag to hold the bottom for a little bit of extra support. Ta-da! And that is the finished bodysuit. Please ignore my sewing room. Creative chaos is a real thing.